But he's got giant's blood.
And you've got training. Sounds like a fair match to me.
Alright folks, how you doing? So something that's always kind of puzzled me is when you look at paintings of Wallace, you see him with the dragon on his helmet and with a beard. These two things are not real as far as I can tell, based on the physical descriptions that are given by the account of Henry the Minstrel. Wallace certainly didn't have a beard. He may have worn a dragon on his helmet to signify his Brittonic ancestry. I'm not so sure about that. I've already made a video on that called Wallace the Dragon King. I think the reason why he has the dragon on his helmet in paintings is more to do with his lineage or something behind the scenes that isn't generally disclosed to the public about Wallace's bloodline. It's more to do with that than whether he actually wore a dragon on his helmet or not. But in this video I'm going to read out a physical description of Wallace, what he actually looked like. And this is from page 182 from the book William Wallace, Robin Hood Revealed. The artists of France had honoured Wallace, sending to Scotland with the herald writings of his deeds and a description of him taken there by men of skill. Nevertheless, I cannot tell you here all they wrote in praise of him. Those who had seen him both dressed in armour and in weed judged Wallace's stature to be 6 feet and 9 inches in height. Notice how they make fun of that in Braveheart, by the way. He was broader than 3 feet across the shoulders. To any man's eyes he was both large and strong. His large limbs were rounded and hard with muscle, and his hands were like great paws. His face was fair of skin, so he had light skin, his lips round, and his nose square and neat. He had a broad breast and a sturdy neck, and the hair on his head was curled and brown. The hair of his eyebrows was of the same colour. His eyes were bright and clear and shone like diamonds, while under his chin on the left side a scar could be seen from a wound he had received. He had wounds in many places, but his face was always well kept and clear. In other words, he did not have a beard. He never had a beard. So why are they always depicting him as bearded in all these paintings? He had very little of riches, and as he had given away almost everything he had won. In times of peace he was as meek as a maid, but when war approached he became the right Hector. That's a reference, by the way, to the Trojan War, the Iliad. The leader of the Trojans was Prince Hector. His enemies could not frighten him, and he lived a life of good example to all Scots. These aspects of Wallace were well known in France, that country always holding him in good remembrance. John Blair took all this patronage and included it in his book with all the rest. Wallace at this time took little heed of all this praise. His mind was set on other things. And John Blair was the personal chaplain of William Wallace. And he wrote a Latin account of Wallace's life, and it was from the Latin account that Henry the Minstrel translated it into Scots and English. And from there we get this book, William Wallace, Robin Hood Revealed, is all based on that.